Nothing pretentious. Very, very impressive and very rich with passion. Reminds me of a pizza, guys.
If you're talking about summer, when it's a hot day and you just need to burn the tires, go for it. This is just the car for you. Actually, don't burn the tire. Ride prudently. In regards to the speed limits, obviously. Hello everyone! As you all know by now, in today's generation, crossover SUVs of all sizes have become of very, very high demand, and Stellantis acted upon it recently, especially for Alfa Romeo. I had never imagined seeing an Alfa Romeo crossover SUV in a long time, guys. When I was a child, I used to always see Alfa Romeo estate wagons, as Alfa Romeo sedans, Alfa Romeo hatchbacks, but recently, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio came out, guys. It came out about a few years ago and I never had a chance to check it out. But today is the day I get to see an Alfa Romeo in detail, and it's right next to me, everyone. But if style is your thing, this is exactly what you should be looking at. The Italians, guys. Italian car manufacturers have earned a reputation for style. Exceptional style that is groundbreaking and that really honors identity, guys. Strong sign of identity, strong sign of passion, but reliability was never their toughest card. But then it did improve through time. Okay, to be fair, the reliability of Fiat Chrysler vehicles, also today known as Stellantis, the reliability of Stellantis vehicles is hit or miss. Today is the day we look at their success, everyone. Something that shook the automotive industry. Release of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. And the reason why I mark this a new chapter for Fiat Chrysler is because when it came to crossover SUVs, they had the Jeep. Jeep has had an average reputation here in Belgium, especially before, guys. They never really had that big of a presence before. But since the late 2010s, everything changed about the Fiat Chrysler Group. They became more desirable and in big numbers. They are everywhere to be seen. Here in Belgium, the Jeep Compass has quite a big name. But so does the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. This Alfa Romeo Stelvio costs 51,000 euros. Is this good value for money or not? We're gonna find out in a moment, everyone. But one thing we can already establish is that Alfa Romeo lately has had a reputation for building cars that have a sports car, that they have this supercar style to them, but at such a desirable price, guys. So at a price which can be affordable in the mass market standards. Although it's not very clear who exactly is Alfa Romeo competing against. Are they competing against the likes of BMW, or are they competing against the likes of upper spec Ford or something? That remains a mystery. Over here is a 2.2 diesel engine. Well, looks like performance does matter after all, and if road trips are your thing, this is just the car for you. By the way, it's a rear-wheel drive, not an all-wheel drive. Who cares? It does have the sports car vibe after all. You get hydraulic struts for your bonnet. How premium is that, everyone?
Is the exterior design of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, and I have to confess, when I first saw it, I was very impressed by it. In fact, it looks very desirable, and it does look more interesting than the German competitors, especially from the luxury segment, the premium segment. So basically, over here you get this front Alfa Romeo style, very strong sign of identity. Although this was a new Alfa Romeo styling, it doesn't stick to the same style as the Tonale, but it's still very good nonetheless, everyone. Very good. So especially the strong sign is they have this angry look right here, you know? And then you have this big triangular grille right there. Now this has been with Alfa Romeo from the very, very beginning. Strong sign of passion, everyone. And these are actual air vents, nothing pretentious. Very, very impressive and very rich with passion. I made an observation about the entire front, guys, the entire design. There's not a sign of sharp edges. Everything is round-edged, guys. Look at this. Look at this area. Look at this. Wonderful. Rich with passion. Wow. This is like a real Italian sports car from the 1960s. Or even the 70s, everyone. No, actually, 70s were more boxy. I'd say 60s or even 50s. I'm not sure. This is the rear of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, and I have to say it looks very, very good. I really like it. And I like how the windows have a teardrop shape. Very nice. And then also the The design is overall good. I really like the design of the rear lights. In fact, these rear lights have an identity to them. I see it. Like, this is something Alfa Romeo did previously with their sedans. Yes, it rings a bell. Especially you see this little pattern right here, the 3 lights. Something over there. Very nice. And then I like those proud exhausts which Alfa Romeo gives to the Stelvio. Very, very good. Over here is the wheel of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, and I have to say it looks very desirable. This is a typical Alfa Romeo identity. They always have 5-spoke in this fashion. It reminds me of a pizza, guys. Every time you get served pizza in a restaurant, you get this 5 pieces of salami or 5 pieces of mozzarella or whatever you order, and they're always in this pattern. Very nice, very delicious. And then also, I like the proud red caliper where it's written Alfa Romeo on it. Very, very, very desirable, guys. First questionable aspect I'd like to remark, guys, is that yes, you do get parking sensors at the front, but you do not get a front parking camera for some reason. You do get a rear parking camera though, but there's no 360-degree parking camera. Okay, style is wonderful, but there's something that contradicts the Alfa Romeo Stelvio team, guys. The Alfa Romeo Stelvio wants to be sporty, wants to be rich with passion, but there is something about it that contradicts that aim, and that is the presence of hard plastic right here, guys, and especially for the rear as well. I think this should have been more sporty. They should have maintained the body color here as well, you know, to maintain the sporty theme, or perhaps put it in piano black over here. That would have been better. Another thing I remarked was something very similar to the Alfa Romeo Tonale, and that's also present on this Stelvio, and that is the fact that the handle seems to be more outwards compared to this part. Like if you look carefully, see? It looks as though it's outward compared to this part, and it's more prominent with the rear door handles. There's a lack of alignment, I'm noticing. Yes, whether this is questionable or not, you all be the judge, but I feel like normally there has to be some alignment. Time to explore the interior of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Whoa! Very, very good. I'm very impressed, actually. This is very nice. I like the design over here. Very good. Very nice. By the way, I like the seats. So first of all, I sat in the Alfa Romeo Stelvio just now, and I really like how this part of the seat keeps you cocooned. It keeps you in the seat, guys. It's almost as if it's embracing you. Let's just discuss about the interior layout. Over here is your infotainment system. Over here is your instruments cluster. It's digital in the middle. You do get the old school needle gauges. Very nice. This whole area is climate control, guys. Very nice. USB connection, 12-volt socket, and let's see what surprise lies under this. You get a nice cup holder underneath right here. Beautiful cup holders. I really love about the interior of this Alfa Romeo Stelvio is the fact that you get this swivel wheel to control the infotainment system. This is my favorite feature. I love it so much, guys. I love this area. It's luxurious. You get to control the infotainment system just with your fingertips right here, guys. Very, very good. And then the volume control is here. And then I believe this would be your driving mode or off-road controls. Well, if you ever go off-roading with this nice Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Design of this gear stick looks very nice. And then you get this micro storage space right here, which I can only imagine what it's for, but then I believe that would be for an extra option. For a price of 51,000 euros, I would have expected it something, but doesn't matter. Oh, and by the way, this is very luxurious. Look at this. Ta-da! Closes automatically. Steering wheel is very nice, and it's rather sporty. Alfa Romeo always puts the start-stop button on to the steering wheel, just like you'd see in a sports car. Very nice. This is really good. I like it. And then over here you get your window controls and your mirror controls. Very good. And you even get electric seating adjustment with memory. Wow! The electric seating adjustments are down there, by the way, but you get your memory right here. Very, very nice, guys. And your central lock buttons are right there. This is very, very cool, guys. Very nice. And I like the material used up here. The material used up here is so good. What I also really like is how Alfa Romeo has the Stelvio with this bit of trim right here. It's very nice. It's something you can hold on to or so. It's good. Although it would be nicer if it was a handle, you know, like so you can hold it onto it here like this. But hey, Like, this is also not bad. Before practicality, guys, let's just cover the trim inside. This trim looks very nice. Now, it is not carbon fiber, although if it was carbon fiber, it would have been epic. But this trim is very good. It looks like an imitation of carbon fiber. It's a sunroof right here, guys. Now, we can get down to practicality. Let's see. So, this is the central console storage of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, and it looks very nice. So, you can put your phone here, and you can also, you have a deep storage space in there. Well, the storage space is deep, but it doesn't seem wide enough. Like, there's so much thing, it's occupied, guys. It's so narrow down there, but then you get a 12-volt socket in there and a USB point right there. Very good. But in terms of space, everything is occupied. Like, it just doesn't seem to be much space left. And I seem to recall something similar with the Tonale, guys. Here's your Glovebox Storage, guys. And your Glovebox Storage is not very spacious. Oh dear. I mean, I like the material it's lined with. This material is very, very nice. But it's just not very deep. That's all I can say, guys. I mean, a bit below average for a crossover SUV of this size and segment. Although there are competitors that offer bigger storage space in there. And over here is your side door bin, everyone. The door bin is quite big. It's quite nice. It can fit a water bottle in a lying position. Otherwise, there's a big speaker over here that eats up most of the space. And then as for the rest, the door bin is surprisingly good, guys. It's deeper right here. That's good. Okay, so the door bin is very nice. It's very good. I like it. Although it'd be nicer if there was a nice bottle holder right here, but it's not a big deal. There's an extra storage space right here. That's good. But what I found questionable is why is this area so shallow? Like, why wasn't this area a bit deeper? Like, it could have gone more inwards for additional storage space. And then also to put the cup holder right there, it is nice. But then it would have been nicer if those, like, a bit more... It would have been nicer if this whole area right here was deeper. And then also another questionable aspect I'd like to remark is that most competitors often have a storage space up here for your sunglasses. But in the case of this Alfa Romeo Stelvio, you don't have any storage up here. Looks like when it's a sunny day, you have to wear your glasses 24/7. Well, I guess that's what it's like sometimes in some parts of the world. Okay, I guess that explains why you don't have any storage space up there for your glasses. Time to explore the rear of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Alright guys, I have a lot of legroom. I have a lot of knee room. And my headroom is very sufficient, guys. Now, I believe the headroom space is a bit taken up by the fact that you have the sunroof, the panoramic roof. As to whether that's actually the case or not, I don't know. But it is still sufficient, guys. I have a lot of headroom. You get air vents right here. A little storage space down there. And some USB points over here. And a nice flexible pocket right here. It's a net. Very nice. Very good. And then I like the design of the door, by the way. The door looks very good. And I like how you get this leather right here. Oh my goodness. This whole thing is leather. This is so good, guys. Wow. This is much better. I like the leather right here. It's very nice. And then the door bin is also good. Yes, it's average for a crossover SUV. In fact, I think it's bigger than what I've seen. Wow. Okay, so the storage is nice. Armrest right here, guys. Right, there you go. Nice armrest. 2 cup holders, and that's it. Why not a storage in there? You get rear handles right here, and the driver's seat and the passenger seat also gets handles. You get a coat hook right here, guys. Very nice. And the beacon of hope lightings are right here. The only questionable aspect I would like to remark is that when coming out of this Alfa Romeo Stelvio, this part sticks out very proudly. So on a muddy day, yes, you do not want to make contact with this part of the bodywork. Alright guys, another thing to watch out for is that this edge of the rear door sticks out very proudly, so be very careful in opening the door. Yes, you just need to back away each time opening it. It's a bit questionable, but then it is an Alfa Romeo style.
So here's my conclusion of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, everyone. I have to say, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio is a very, very promising crossover SUV, and it's one of the best crossover SUV in today's generation, guys. Now, what I have to say is that very promising design. The style is absolutely stunning. I'm very impressed by it. I love the concept of having something like a an SUV, a crossover SUV based on an actual sports car. It's so good. I like the bodyworks, I like the wheels, I like how you get the conspicuous sports styles, like the conspicuous calipers on the brakes, and then the steering wheel, the interior, the sport seats, the rich Italian passion. But I'm under the impression that the questionable aspect of this Alfa Romeo Stelvio appears to be some form of practicality. Like for its size, the door bins were amazing. But the central console and the glove box, you be the judge. Price of 51,000 euros. Is this Alfa Romeo Stelvio good value for money or not? You know what, everyone? I think this Alfa Romeo Stelvio is good value for money. It's not great, it's not the best, I'm just going to say good. The reason why I'm not inclined to say okay is because this is good value for money. It has the style, it has the heritage, it has the identity, it has the rich. It's just, there's something also very good about it, and this was the new chapter for Fiat Chrysler. As the pages turn, things got more interesting, guys, for Fiat Chrysler especially. And this is also surprising because usually when brands release a new model, which they've never done before, never specialized in, especially a new segment, they usually fail at it. It usually just doesn't seem right. It usually seems like a flop. And this is with every car manufacturer, guys. But the fact that Alfa Romeo bravely entered the crossover SUV segment with this wonderful Stelvio, mamma mia, it is so good. They smashed it, guys. They did it with a lot of success. And I'm very, very happy for Alfa Romeo in this regard. But it is true, there were some questionable aspects, guys, and I'm going to remark them right now. Apart from the storage solutions, like the glove box and the central console storage, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio comes with a 2.2 diesel engine, and it's a rear-wheel drive. Diesel engines have become a little bit problematic in the EU market, but it's of selective taste. The diesel engines have their benefits. They are very good for road trips, they're very good for heavy duty, but for a car like this, you be the judge. But what we can all appreciate is that this car has the performance. Also the fact that it's not an all-wheel drive, it's just a rear-wheel drive. Well, in the winter you're gonna have to be extra prudent, guys, because rear-wheel drives are a no-go for winter. But if you're talking about summer, when it's a hot day and you just need to burn the tires, go for it. This is just the car for you. Actually, don't burn the tire. Ride prudently. In regards to the speed limits, obviously. My opinion of this Alfa Romeo Stelvio. I love this Alfa Romeo Stelvio, guys. I really do. As I've mentioned earlier, this was the marking of a new chapter for Fiat Chrysler. As the pages turn, things get more interesting, and I'm very optimistic they will remain interesting, especially now that Stellantis happened, guys. All I just hope is that the Italian passion remains, and also I hope it equally means they become great value for money. Because if fresh Italian pizzas are cheaper than what you get from Pizza Hut, then so should an Alfa Romeo. An Alfa Romeo should be far cheaper than a gas-guzzling crossover SUV. Or I meant full-sized SUV. At the end of the day, Alfa Romeo has a plan. They all have a grand plan for the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. And I'm optimistic that this plan will turn out to be something great. But at the same time, we have to acknowledge that environmental initiatives are a serious deal. And this also means we need to have electric versions, hybrid versions. Let's see, who knows? The Stelvio might be the marking of something new, and as the pages turn, there might be an electric version or a hybrid version. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that are on the run. And don't forget to check the links in the description for my car reviews, my travel videos,